Sweet the whispers in your ear whenever Ember wanders near.
All right, and for your presents, we are going to do some HLC. So let us just jump it right in, shall we?
Hey, HLC, dude, where have you been? It's been like over a week. The people are
Thank you,
jonesing
swordsman.
like crackheads.
I was in Wisconsin at Oshkosh.
And you didn't even come say hi. Did you at least observe my grand entrance? I had to wait a couple of days. I always keep the people waiting.
No, I was flying out that day. I was literally getting text messages at the airport of you arriving at Oshkosh.
Oh,
Kind of sad I
damn.
missed that, my bad.
What the hell, man? People are going to keep thinking we're the same person. Did you even see anybody else there?
Well, yes and no.
Yeah.
So I saw the nerd there.
Yep.
Tried to talk to people there. Didn't want to talk to a YouTuber. And public affairs. That tracks. The Army was perfectly cool with talking to me about everything. It was great. It was a wonderful experience. And so were the Warbirds people. I can't wait for you guys to see everything, especially the B-25. Great Grandpa Mitchell went hard.
Yeah.
I also saw the F-16. Again, didn't want to talk to me, but I did get to meet the kid.
They let me out. I was doing flippity doodahs and I was showing everybody all the cool stuff I could do. There was a MiG there. I wanted it. They wouldn't let me have it. They said, it doesn't matter that it's an aggressor platform. It was being flown by an American. I don't care.
And by the way, I did see HLC's Twitter post of the kid. I don't know if HLC's going to show it on his little on the show here, but I did see the post that he did about the kid. It was really cute.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. He's here, guys. You know, he's not as fat as I thought he would be in person. He's lost some weight. Anyways, little woman there, get away from him. We want to take solo pictures together. They'll be showed at our wedding.
God, why are you so weird?
It's
Your
the
jealousy
kid.
is showing through. You know, one of us is a twin engine, air supremacy, just monster in the sky. The other one is a fat single engine nerd.
If you're done just telling people where you were for the last week, could we get into the news? Like, for example, I don't know, Texas is still flooding.
Is
we
it?
will rebuild, and we...
Wait, is Texas still flooding? Is that it? Like, had the rain subsided, or is this still an ongoing thing? You guys down there okay, or is it kinda okay? All right, well, geez, hope everything's okay. I will be legit. And I kind of ashamed to say this, but I have not heard a thing about the floodings in Texas. This is like compared to I think like last year, because last year, if memory serves, last year was the year that they had where it was like the flooding in Texas was so bad that it like swept away an entire like Girl Scout troop, didn't it? Or was it or like a girls camp group? Yeah, like last year was like really bad, and that was when and was it NPLOL that made the really bad joke, or was it a different like LA streamer that made like the really bad fucking joke about those campers that got swept out and lost their lives? Like that's the only reason why I know about the floods from last year is because that happened. And there was such like, you had that asshat that decided to make a joke about a bunch of little girls losing their lives. And it's like, you just wanted to reach through the street. You just want to reach through the stream and just punch him dead in his fucking face. But yeah, it's Texas need to get some Transformers as New York one raid for the run fully submerged. That would be good. Yeah. So yeah, Brandon Donut. Yeah, I remember Brandon Donut even went and pitched in. They brought supplies. They went out and did the work. Yeah, I gotta say I can't recall hearing about any of it this year. No one's really been talking about it. Ironically enough, HEB did their thing. Good.
We will survive. Don't you worry about that there, beans on toast. Ain't nothing wrong with Texas. We will survive. You know, Texas, you're rather interesting. You boast about being conservative and, you know, men is men, women are women, and so on and so forth. And, you know, while I do agree you do have some level of resilience, you also, I was looking at the map, you have a trans mountain.
Whoa, I didn't even know that. Texas, is it like Mecca for gay people?
Trans Mountain is the name of the road. It's not the name of the mountain itself. It's
No, Trans Mountain Road. Oh, okay. That's kind of like the Trans Canada Highway, where it's referring to transportation throughout the entirety of Canada. It's Trans Mountain is the transportation road through the mountain. Okay, makes perfect sense. Makes perfect sense. Now, I will say, Texas ain't the conservative haven that it used to be. I gotta point this out. There's a lot of places in Texas that aren't so blood red like you once thought of. It's, yeah, a lot of the cities, a lot of the big cities have gone blue. Austin is very liberal. Yeah, it's blame on the California axis. I can see that. I can absolutely see that. How about Houston? I'm not sure about Houston. I know about Austin. Didn't Dallas and Fort Worth go pretty blue? If I'm not mistaken. I can't recall exactly which cities have like had a significant turn like that. But I think it was like Dallas and I think Fort Worth also went like pretty fucking blue. Houston, yeah, Houston is deep blue. Yeah. So it's like yeah. Lot of you know, Texas is not like the red-blooded state it used to be.
one way to transition from one side of El Paso to the other side of El Paso, because there's a damn mountain range in the middle of it.
Am I the only one currently imagining a bunch of people climbing to the top of it and hucking off their wieners and throwing it into the fire like Mount Doom?
Holy fuck, kid!
I don't like it, but it is an accurate analogy. I really don't like it. Police killed another man in Wisconsin while you were there, and there was another man whose body was found after he hung out with 3 white males, and he was later found possibly drowned, and we cannot confirm if there was any ill will. Ben Crump is representing both. Ben Crump
I heard
is a
about that.
self-serving
Oh, shit. Sorry, I fucking phone shut off here. I don't know why my phone does that occasionally. I legit don't know why my phone will suddenly just like crash it will suddenly just crash YouTube Studio. I do not know why it does that. No, it's my phone shut off for some reason. I don't even know why. But yeah, I heard about the one guy, like there's been like the one guy that got washed up. I actually haven't heard too much about it. Yeah, Nolan Wells, the kid. Well, like the Nolan Wells thing, it's like, I don't know if it's still a question mark of did he accidentally drown? Was it a homicide? Like, I legit don't know. I'll be honest, I haven't really followed the case that much. So I do know it's been like, there's been like a couple of like journalists on Twitter have been like doing reporting on the investigation, but I legit don't really know. I legit don't know what's going on with the case.
Racist, dude. I'm just going to be totally real with you here. Yeah, he might be representing those people, but why didn't he represent Carmelo Anthony? Oh, because there was...
Wait. I missed something.
Ben Crump is representing both. Ben Crump is a self-serving, like, racist, dude.
Huh? Who's Ben Crump? I'm unfamiliar with this person. Who is Ben Crump? I mean, apparently, according to HLC, he's a racist, but I have no clue who he is. Oh, he's a race baiter? He's a piece of shit. Okay, now you have my curiosity. Hang on. Specialized in civil rights and catastrophic personal injury cases and wrongful death. Of course he does. Okay. So he did Trayvon Martin, he did Breonna Taylor, Michael Brown. Okay. That explains fucking everything. Okay. Yeah, he's basically handled every single the poor black people cases in recent memory. Okay, yeah, so he's probably very likely a fucking racist. Okay. Enough said.
And I'm just going to be totally real with you here. Yeah, he might be representing those people, but why didn't he represent Carmelo Anthony? Oh,
Uh-huh.
because there was no money in it for him. Oh, that's wild. Also,
yeah.
Little known fact, a 12-year-old African-American child was just murdered in Brooklyn, but no one cares about that.
I saw that. I saw I saw Kamdani's speech about this 12. Yeah, there was a 12-year-old boy was murdered in Brooklyn. Kamdani made a speech, and I saw them on Twitter. I was considering like reposting it. I was considering retweeting it, but I was like, you know what? I don't give a fuck what Kamdani says. Yeah, it's yeah. Nobody gives a shit about this one. Why? Probably because there's no well, okay. Let me rephrase. There will be interest in the case of this poor 12-year-old boy who was murdered in Brooklyn, because I'm going to go on the assumption that the child that unfortunately lost his life, I'm guessing, may have been black. I don't know for sure. Maybe HLC will get into it. He'll about say, well, here's my theory: if the young boy was black, my guess is because there's not concrete proof, or they don't have a white suspect, they don't give a fuck. That's my suspicion, is if there's not a white suspect, if there's the potential that the suspect may have been black, they're not gonna say a fucking word about it because, it doesn't fit the message. But if there's a white suspect, they're gonna splash that all over the front page news. Kamdani's gonna make it a fucking headline in all his speeches. Why? So they can spread, the shooter was black and is in custody. There you go. That's why the shooter was black. There you go. The murderer was black. It was black on black. I'm assuming the poor child is black. Black, because a black person killed a black child. They're going to try and keep this as quiet as possible because it'll fuck with the narrative. But I guarantee you, if that offender was white, they would be screaming for him to be burned at the fucking stake. I will guarantee you. They would be calling for his fucking head if the shooter was a white guy.
Because it was another person of color that killed them.
No.
Yeah, no, go ahead. Just fucking virtue signal all over me. Murder in any capacity is wrong, but
yes,
pandering to it and cherry picking singular ones is what I have a problem with. All of these are equally abhorrent if the individuals, if there was wrongdoing and they were legitimately murdered. I'm not a cop, but I will say fighting with 4 police officers while you have a knife and allegedly stabbing one of them after you've been convicted of 40 crimes previously.
The fuck? Why is he free? As he's been convicted 40 fucking times, why is he allowed to walk free? He isn't now. Did he get shot by the police? Did the police take down the suspect? Did they shoot him? Okay, they did. Good. Sorry. Good. I'm glad. This guy has been convicted of 40 crimes previously. He killed a 12-year-old child. Good. I'm glad the NYPD took care of business. No? What do you mean? What do you mean, no? He didn't? Oh, this is something totally separate? Wait, okay, I am confused. I am confused. Different criminal. Okay, different criminal, convicted, been arrested and I believe convicted 40 times, stabs a cop and gets got domed for his troubles. Okay, my answer still stands. My answer absolutely still stands. A guy that's been convicted 40 times came at the cops with a knife, stabbed one of the cops, and the cops basically dropped him. My opinion still stands. Good. Sorry. I'm tired. I'm tired of being nice about this. These are people that should have not been free in the first place. He's been convicted 40 times. He gave up his right to freedom a long fucking time ago. Sorry, when you have a rap sheet that fucking long, you are not allowed in polite society. You are not allowed in society. You have proven that you are incapable of functioning in normal society with regular people. Fuckity bye. Sorry. I'm not going to get upset about it. I'm not. It's like I try to be empathetic about everything. Like I'm devastated for this poor 12-year-old child because with not having looked at the case, I'm gonna hazard a guess that he was probably caught in crossfire somewhere, and that maybe the poor 12-year-old boy was not involved in criminal activity. I would like to think that he was, a good kid, and God help him, he got caught in the middle of something and lost his life, and it is a fucking tragedy. This guy that's like that's like 40 deep criminal that actually came at the cops with a knife and the cops took him down, I have no sympathy. None. Should have happened a long time ago. I'm sorry. You can hate me for saying that all you want. It should have happened a long fucking time ago, because clearly this is someone that was not going to be able to function in society. And like, how many other lives has that individual destroyed up to the point where where he was, the police finally took care of him? How many people's lives did he destroy up to that point? 40 arrests. My guess is a fair chunk of them were felonies. He's been in and out of the system probably all his fucking life. Why was he free? Why was he breathing free air? Never should have happened. Never should have happened.
Probably not a great candidate for somebody who you should be putting on a pedestal. Did you see? It's finally been confirmed. I took out a Su-35. Maximum effort. Whoa there, Sky Jockey. I helped.
Look at you flip-flopping. A couple episodes ago you said that it was not possible that they talk to each other and take down said aircraft, but now you just backpedal and you move it.
Okay, now this is my wheelhouse, and this, I gotta tread really, really lightly here. Okay. So, in this aspect, yes.
Well, hold up. Didn't HLC last time say that while the 16s are not interconnected, that, like, intel sharing is a thing? And he actually didn't he actually specify that that's probably what they could have done? They could have been just broadcasting intel to one another instead of doing a direct connection share like what the nerd would do? Or maybe he postulated. You know what? I bet that's what it was. I think he may have postulated it. He didn't speak definitively. He said he was postulating it. That's what I'm thinking of. Okay.
They don't communicate via data most of the time. However, a good potential tactic, I'm not saying I've ever seen this, but it wouldn't be the first time Ukraine has done kind of aerial ambushes like this, and it works out really well. It's very effective. You have a ground-based sensor, which is usually more powerful, has higher fidelity, and can detect better than air-based sensors due to filter changes and configuration. And what'll happen is potentially the F-16 could leave its sensor off, therefore not alerting the Su-35 that there is an airborne sensor that is detecting them. And the Su-35 may not have as powerful of a radar as Patriot does. Now, while Patriot can detect that target, it can't pass the engagement data directly to the F-16 because it doesn't have that type of data link for most munitions and most things that are out there. However, you can give the bearing, range, altitude, speed, and heading of the potential target and get the F-16 into a proper, what is called a WEZ, or a weapons engagement zone. The F-16 will then pop up, kick on its radar, detect the target, fire the AIM-120 AMRAAM, which is what I'm guessing they used. And then once the missile locks on itself, so like with a, oh God, this is so hard to dance around. when you use a radar-guided missile, eventually the missile takes over and the radar from the shooter lets go. This is called going pit bull with all radar-guided missiles. Once it goes pit bull, the F-16 can drop its radar, drop back to nap of the earth, and get the hell out of there while the AIM-120 still does its job. If I was a betting man, that's what I would bet happened.
You know, I'm
Makes
not
sense.
gonna lie to you. That's probably the best TTP tap dancing I've.
Oh, you can also have AWACS back to the F-16 as well. Yeah, the problem is though is that the Sioux would have probably been able to detect the AWACS. And not to mention, I don't know if Ukraine has access to any AWACS. That's the bigger thing. If I was to hazard a guess, they probably don't have access to it, and yeah, they basically had to make the F-16 a quote unquote stealth fighter through creative means, effectively speaking. And if it played out the way HLC thinks that it played out, fucking based. Can an F-16 now run a Su-35? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the top speed of the Su-35 is. What F-16 tops out at... Oh, fuck. It's been a while since I've looked in the F-16 stats. What's the F-16 top out at? It's Mach 3.5? Am I remembering this correctly? Yeah, F-16 is no first speed. I have no... Mach 2.3. Okay, so F-16 tops out Mach 2.3. I do not know what the Su-35 falls at. Su-35 goes Mach 1.8 to 2.1? Or 2.2 to 2. Okay, so chances are the F-16 probably could outrun it. Especially if it dumped its fuel tank. It's still, I mean, this was a very creative, quote unquote, stealth maneuver. That if it happened, the way HLC thinks it did, fucking based.
Ever fucking seen. I feel like the air defenders out there are gonna agree with you.
I have been in all-out war, more or less, for 4 years. Obviously, I know what works, and I use it until it doesn't work anymore. That is your all-out war? I'm not even trying. Well, maybe you should. Then you wouldn't have 1 million casualties and me missing most of your Black Sea fleet and a ton of your Shadow fleet. They're not Shadow fleet. They are regular logistics boats that are going out to my allies to assist them with feeding the homeless.
Yeah, shut up while Buff feeds your mom. You know what?
Homeless. Well, words are hard. And saving puppies. Psst.
For fuck's sake.
Don't mention the puppies. Dogs are haram.
Oh, right. We will be. Why was I? Why was I using?
It took me a second. To catch on. I was like, wait a minute. Oh God. I mean, well, let's be real. How much of Russia is starting to? How much? Okay, I can't. I do a terrible Iranian accent, so I'm not even going to try. How much of Russia has become Anarcha? Okay, we all know that the mosques are going up in Russia, so how much of Russia is becoming Iranian at this point? You know, we talk about the United Rapistan. I mean, how much of Russia's turning into the sandbox at this point?
A fucking Iranian accent. Well, verbal typo. Anyways, no, they will not be for puppies. They will for the gays.
We don't like them either.
Yeah, too bad you're talking about Russia here. He's full gay, my guy. Just get used to it.
Shit, man. What the fuck do you like? They are water. They are full of water. And giving people water to drink.
That entire interaction was fucking hysterical.
Yeah,
And Ukraine. Why are you getting involved in
that's
things
true.
that...
That's true. Although I wouldn't expect Slavic special ed to say they like goats. I wouldn't expect that because that would have. Although I kind of wish the HLC did because that would have been the perfect fucking layout for boss. Let's be real here.
Russia is sending down here to me to help fight against the Zionist Americans.
I see enemy boat carrying drones. I sink enemy boat. How is that so fucking hard?
Haste.
I formally request a diplomat from Ukraine down here to Iran so that we can talk about your escalation in this war of freedom against the Western civilization.
Declined. Go fuck yourself. I got shit
you.
to do.
Thank
know
you.
that you are in range of some of my heavy missiles. Don't let me escalate this to you. I will start firing them your way.
Hey, far be it for me to give you a geography
Oh,
lesson, but you know
shit.
that those missiles almost guaranteed have to pass through Turkish airspace to be able to reach Ukraine, right? And that's, I mean, granted, like on the spectrum of trust in NATO, you know, Turkey's kind of towards the bottom, but I don't think they'll like that very much.
Yeah.
Potential enemy in Russia and potential enemy in the Middle East for NATO. I am completely surrounded.
Oh, God. Poland's popping a war boner and he's desperately looking for a war pussy to go shove it into. Over and over and over again.
There's no escaping me now, fuckers.
Poland, we love you, and I love the energy. Just
Okay. I love the fact that Poland has got the I'm not trapped by you guys, you're trapped by me. It's, you know, it's an old meme, but it checks out.
chill right now. No one has said that that's gonna go that way.
Oh, come on, America. How about we try Article 5? Just a tip. Just a little.
Guys!
To see how it
See?
feels.
See? Do you fucking see? Did I not say that Poland has got the war boner and he's looking for that war pussy, baby? What did I say? I fucking said it.
Look, I know I'm responsible for 100% of the time that Article 5 has been initiated, but I mean, realistically, you know, that's not my beef. I told everyone in NATO to help me out. They didn't want to listen. Actually, you know what? That kind of reminds me. The F-16 brought up taking down a Su-35, and we have not heard from the kid.
Oh, no, poor kid.
This is bullshit,
Oh,
man.
poor kid.
Are you serious? Like, I'm not even mad anymore. I'm just so disappointed. Do you want me to just go back to the hangar and wash out my mouth with muzzle flash? Are you kidding me, man?
Kid, hey, you know what? I found these South Korean contact lenses that'll really just help you out, man. You should put them in. It'll help you see the world in a different light.
What?
You should know that those have not been created for human or aircraft trials. We have only used them in mice.
What?
What are the contact lenses?
They are a potential treatment for depression. You put them in and they would shock certain parts of the brain through the ocular nerve to reduce the amount of depression you experience.
What the actual fuck? That is sounds like a great idea. It sounds diabolical as fuck. I do not want contact lenses going into my eyes, which then proceeds to shock my fucking brain. Yeah, you're right. This is like some Black Mirror shit right here. What the actual fuck am I hearing right now? Holy crap! This is terrifying.
Kid, do not put those in your eyeballs.
Too late. I feel a little weird. It's my first time wearing them. So you said I'm supposed to see things differently now?
Yeah, sooner or later. I mean, I read the directions. It says they're fully charged.
What am I supposed to get, like X-ray vision or laser vision or beer goggles? Look, man, I know you're trying to help, but I'm so sad. Whoa.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I think so. Like, I'm still upset, but I'm, like, happy about it.
You don't need no fancy schmancy eyeball cover things or SSRIs. The trick to any depression has always been the same since the dawn of time. Bottle of whiskey,
Chastity.
big old pile of
Yes!
cocaine, and
No.
always been
Hang
the
on.
same since the dawn of time. Bottle of whiskey.
Screech. Follow Screech by. Do it. Whiskey's us. Buff, I give you the whiskey. I do. I give you the whiskey, but with my son. My son, you really want to fix that? Oh, no, you gotta go with the Screech. You gotta go with the rum. You gotta go with the rum, by. There's nothing that ain't gonna be fixing your mom more than some rum. Give me that, or you get yourself a dozen Molson. Get a dozen Molson, get you cleaned right up. You'll forget all your troubles. Get you, head on down to a nice little kitchen bar. They're gonna have a dozen. They're gonna have a 2-4 down there. You just drink your nights away. Have some Screech, have some Molson. Just do a round of ice of eyes. You're gonna be fine, bud. Don't you know where to? You don't need to worry nothing about it. No, sir. You'll be just fine.
Big old pile of cocaine and Russia's mom.
You shut up your mouth, you stupid fucking plane.
Whoa, dude.
Poor choice of words, considering he's talking about fucking your mom. Because you're absolutely right. He is a fucking plane. Fucking your mom.
Dude, 2 out of 3, man. Hey, Russia, tell your mom, let me get those digits, yo.
Great. The conflict is expanding. America, why is it every time there's a world war, you're involved?
Oh, sorry, we show up and win. You want us to fucking step this one out? You're gonna start getting bombed. Although, I mean, it really wouldn't change much. I've seen the way England looks.
I'm doing this strictly because I want a swift end to this conflict in the Middle East. America, you can use some of my bases to stage your bombers at. Merde. I do agree that the Americans can use some of my pelts and air bases in order to provide defensive measures in the Middle East. Finish this, America. Thank you, guys. Although I don't think the boss man is going to just remove the tariffs on any of your goods coming through the strait until you actually show up and help out, but I love the energy.
2 more Middle Eastern countries decided to back us up.
Oh,
Looking
God.
good.
And everyone be on the lookout.
Oh, shit. Oh, are we about to get into what I think we're about to get into? I'm not sure. When did that attack happen? When is it about the? Yeah, it is. Okay, yeah. This was fucking hell. Yeah, I'll let HLC talk about it, but this was fuck.
There is a criminal at large, yeah, and he crashed into a pride parade here in Berlin.
Yeah.
And then started stabbing people and then vanished. We are looking for him. He potentially, we don't want to say.
Spoiler alert, they found him. They found him and they educated him on the finer points of not breathing. Because he's dead. Yeah, it was a Muslim. No, he didn't vanish. They found him. They killed him. He's dead. Unfortunately, not before he was able to kill one of the bystanders. Last count that I was aware of was 1 dead and I believe 19 wounded. Yeah, as of the time that HLC recorded this, they hadn't found him. Since he recorded this, they found him. They dropped him. He's dead now. And unfortunately, one of the victims that one of his victims is dead. Was it 29 wounded? Okay, so 1 dead, not including the killer himself, the terrorist piece of shit. 29 wounded, and the terrorist himself has, been sent to hell. Bravo. But the aftermath on this one. Oh my God, the aftermath. Okay. I'm going to let HLC talk in case he gives backstory. The backstory on this is fucking crazy. The backstory behind this terrorist is absolutely fucking insane, but I'll wait and see if HLC talks about it.
But could be Islamic extremists.
It is Islamic
So
extremists.
now you're okay with me arresting all Muslims at my border? This back and forth wishy-washy is very confusing. I mean, I'll keep doing what I do. My heart goes out to the people in Berlin who are affected by this. As I'm recording this right now, the current number is 21 injured and 1 has been killed.
Yes.
Here's the thing. You can have differing opinions with anybody in the world. Killing them isn't really the answer all the time.
Okay, I know what HLC is trying to do here. These terrorists, there is no such thing as having a differing opinion than these terrorists. There is not. You cannot have a difference of opinion with terrorists. I know he's probably going to get into. I need to say this. I pause these and I talk about this because it's things that are on my mind that I need to get off my chest. It's things that I need to say. I don't want to let them just sit and boil inside of me. I want to actually say them. And yes, he may say the exact same thing that I'm about to say, but I need to say that you can't. You cannot have a quote unquote difference of opinion with these people. You will not, because they don't care. They still want you dead. Their difference of opinion is haram, and in their religious view means that you should die. Okay, that is there's no getting around that. Islamist extremists will not allow you to have a difference of opinion, and if you do have a difference of opinion, you have lost the right in their eyes to remain living. So don't bother trying to have a difference of opinion with them. These Islamist terrorists, you cannot reason with them, you cannot negotiate with them, and anybody that attempts to do so, fucking stop it. Fucking stop. There is no peaceful outcome with these people. None. Zero. It will never fucking happen. Because while you try to extend an olive branch, they're extending an AK-47 with the trigger depressed. Don't even fucking bother. Okay? Then like I'm telling you right now, with these people, there is no peace. There is no peaceful outcome. Because they don't believe in a peaceful outcome. You don't bring peace to someone that doesn't believe in it. It's as simple as that. And I might as well get into the backstory of this now. This Islamic terrorist shit pusher. Here's what happened. He was committed. I can't remember exactly what the crime was. He committed a crime in Germany. I can't remember if it was rape. I can't remember if it was assault. I don't remember what the crime's been specific. He committed a pretty horrendous crime in Germany. And then he fucked off back to his home country. I think it was Lebanon, if I'm not mistaken. He fucks off back to his home Islamist country, and I believe, I believe it was Lebanon. Germany actually has him arrested. Okay, Germany actually had him arrested in his home country, brought back to Germany. They actually extradited him out of Lebanon back to Germany and tried to re-educate him, which failed abysmally, and then just let him go amongst the populace. So again, he committed a heinous crime in Germany, fucked off back to Lebanon. He didn't get deported. He just fucked off back to Lebanon. Germany actually had him arrested in Lebanon, brought back to Germany, charged in court, tried to put him through re-education to basically say harming people is bad, failed abysmally, and then just unleashed him upon the German population. My opinion, every single person that was involved in extraditing him back to Germany, saying, oh, we need to give him re-education, and then releasing him amongst society, every fucking one of them should be in prison for the rest of their lives. Every fucking one of them. Anyone that was involved in the decision-making process to bring this terrorist back from Lebanon to Germany and then unleash him upon the populace, they have sacrificed their lives. They should never have freedom again. Fuckity bye. You're in the box for the rest of your life. You have just given up all rights to freedom. Get the fuck out of here. That is my opinion. They should never taste free air ever again for the rest of their fucking lives.
Sometimes it is. There are some people in this world that you just cannot reach. But people celebrating their sexuality, like that's a dumb thing to do.
Man, I can't wait for the gymnastics.
No. Again, I will correct. Not suicidal empathy. This was homicidal empathy. This was the cucked out German justice system exhibiting homicidal empathy. Because guess what? They didn't end their own lives. They ended the life of another person that had nothing to do with them. So it's not suicidal empathy. It is homicidal empathy. And never forget that. These people don't care if you fucking die. Every single member of the criminal justice system in Germany that facilitated extraditing him from his home country back to Germany, going him through this re-education bullshit, and then unleashing him upon the populace, not a single fucking one of them cares that one of their own died. They don't fucking care. Why? Because the only thing they care about is virtue signaling, being on the quote-unquote right side of history, and the message. That's all they fucking care about. They do not give a flying fuck about you. Never forget that.
Gymnastics to start, dude. Those Queers for Palestine people are gonna jump through so many fucking hoops to try and find a way to defend this shit. At this time, we're going...
By the way, I'm sorry I was rolling on it. Who was it that came in? I'm sorry, I missed out on the raid. I'm so sorry. I was fucking rolling. Who was it that came in? Tenojo, thank you for the raid. Welcome in, raiders. Welcome in. Sorry I didn't say hi before. I was fucking rolling, and I didn't want to stop. I didn't want to break my thought. Welcome in. I hope you had a great stream. Sorry you came in on me raging, but it's what I do.
To pause continued strikes on Iran to just kind of crack the door open to start talking and have some diplomacy. But if they continue to touch boats, merchant vessels, my boats, my planes, my drones, or anything else, I'm gonna fuck them up.
Wait, big words. Don't need to go to the table with them anymore. There should be no negotiations. Sorry. There should be no negotiations. No negotiations. Because any deal that they come up with will be shattered in a day. Fuck the negotiations. You want to be serious about this? Say, we're done negotiating. The only acceptable response now is your complete and total surrender. That is what needs to happen. There is no diplomacy with these people. There is not. You go to the table with the Iranian government or the IRGC or anything like that, nothing's going to happen. They're going to lie. They're going to say, oh, yeah, sure, we'll cease fire. They're going to break it the next day. At this point, it should be the only acceptable response now is your complete and total surrender. You giving up your entire country to the Persians. And that's it. Nothing less. We will accept nothing less.
Oh, you must be running low on... Running. There we go. I got to get the roll in there. Running low on missiles, interceptors, and bombs to throw at me.
You know, it'd take us like 6 hours to make you run low on people, right? I just thought I'd throw that out there. Like, that's totally still an option. But honestly, if we start throwing that kind of firepower at you, Russia's going to start throwing at Ukraine. And I mean, there's still at least a 10% possibility that some of their big booms actually work.
Right now, wherever you read the news about this pause in strikes, their bias is coming out hard. Okay, so a lot of the liberal media are saying it's because the U.S. is running low on interceptors and missiles.
No, it's
and
not.
Running low is kind of arbitrary. When you're talking about things like that, do we have enough to continue this fight? Yes, but everybody in every branch of the military has their own strategic and tactical objectives. So the people in PACOM, Pacific Command, are looking at the big threat that is China. Do we have enough interceptors to take on that fight with the rate at which we're going through them right now? The answer could be yes. The answer could be no. I don't know. This could be, and then some of the conservative media is saying that this is specifically being done to open up the door for talks with the Iranian regime.
Which is stupid.
President Trump hasn't said what it is one way or the other. So anyone who is saying anything more than that is strictly speculation.
HLC is saying here is the problem. It's not that we don't have the means to destroy the IRGC. It's the other major players in the world stage on the opposite end of the board. I know, but it just at this we are at the point where it's time to shit or get off the pot. That's what this boils down to. Because how many times have negotiations happened? How many times had they done quote unquote negotiations? Like what, 4 or 5 times at this point within the last couple months? And every single fucking time they've shattered any deal that's been brokered within a day? No, it's just enough's enough. Yeah, I know. And people are gonna fucking at me in the comments about this to hell and fucking back. Like, I realize there is a great deal of more finer minutia when it comes to everything that's happening here. I realize this. I am not a political or military strategist, so I'm very aware that there is a lot of intricacy involved in what we're doing here. As someone from the outside looking in that is seeing the repeated failures of these negotiations over and over and over again, I'm done. And that is the viewpoint of a lot of society right now. Is that a lot of people in society are on the outside looking in. They don't know the finer details of what is going on behind the scenes and everything. And everybody's just going, okay, we've brokered umpteen deals. They've shattered everyone within a day. We're fucking done with this bullshit. Something in one way or another. I'm not saying like the only solution. I'm not saying at this point the only solution is to just collapse the fucking country. Of course I'm not saying that. But at this point, something needs to happen to bring this to a conclusion of some kind. Because people are fucking done. This is, even though there's not boots on the ground, this is starting to turn into another goddamn GWAT. We don't have boots on the ground like we did with GWAT, which was a big point of contention, but it's the same thing where this is dragging the fuck on over and continuously just dragging the fuck on with no resolution in sight. And tick mods, yeet that fucker. Yeet that fucker right now. I am not in the mood to play games. At this point, people just want something to be done. No easies. Fucking yeet 'em. I'm done. I'm done playing games. Yeet the fucker right now. Thank you. People are done. People are just done with all this. It's been going on for months with zero positive outcome. We've seen zero movement, zero positive outcome. In fact, all anybody has ever seen is the same bullshit over and over and over again on repeat. And everybody is done with it. Even the people that were rah-rah, even those people are like, I'm tired, boss. I'm done. This bullshit has to stop. And this is the general populace. The general populace is feeling this way. It's like something needs to be done to bring this to a conclusion in one fashion or another. Either it being you go in and you get the job done, or the US goes, you know what? We're not going to get anything here, and they back off. Or something. Just something to just bring all of this to a conclusion. That's what the lay people, the citizens are looking for right now. And yes, they're not going to understand all of the intricate details because because they don't care. They're tired. It's their tax dollars that are being spent on all of this. They just want it over at this point. They do. And Dylan, thank you for the 5 gifteds. Thank you very much.
Plus, the number of interceptors we have and the counts of missiles and bombs and munitions is close hold and secret. So you're not going to actually have a verifiable answer.
Yeah, Uncle Sam, we heard you. Hold on. Game off, everybody. Game off. All right. Shit, the street light came on. Looks like it's time to go home to Mom and Dad, and we'll try again tomorrow. Look, this isn't going to hold out very long. I'm going to be totally honest with you. Those fuckers over there have an IQ that's like negative.
You are showing how ignorant you are, you silly plane. The average IQ in Iran is higher than the United States.
You know those numbers are self-reported, right? Like it's not a third party. Plus, I mean, you kill a lot of people who do anything wrong. Look, man. All I'm saying is basically making that.
Hey, Iran has killed all of their high IQ people. The Iranian regime and the IRGC have slaughtered all of the Persian people that actually have the high IQ. Why? Because it keeps the rest of the populace in line. That's why they do it.
Statement is like saying, say what you want to about North Korea, but they're immune to social media propaganda. Or say what you want about Nazi Germany, but AIPAC didn't have their politicians in their pocket. Buff! What? I was just highlighting that one thing that might actually be good does not overshadow all the other terrible shit that they've done.
Yeah.